Hello students, I am Kavita Singh from Samarpan Gnyan School, and today we will continue our 9th standard science chapter number 5, fundamental unit of life, cell. Today we learn about the transportation of molecules across the plasma membrane. This is done by the two ways. First is diffusion and second is osmosis. What is diffusion? Diffusion movement of solute or ions from the higher concentration to lower concentration. When the molecules of solutes move higher concentration to lower concentration is called diffusion. It does not require energy, therefore it is called passive transport. Now second is the osmosis. What is osmosis? The movement of solvent or water from higher concentration to lower concentration with the semi-permeable membrane is called osmosis, or the movement of solvent or water from the lower concentration to higher concentration with the help of semi-permeable membrane is called osmosis. Means here in diffusion only solute can be moved from higher concentration to lower concentration, and here is no plasma membrane. But here high concentration to low concentration solvents are moved with the help of semi-permeable membrane or plasma membrane, or from lower concentration to higher concentration with the help of semi-permeable membrane or plasma membrane is called osmosis. Here is molecules move from one way only, but here in osmosis molecules or solvent can move with the two ways, from higher to lower and lower to higher, and there is no semi-permeable membrane, but here is semi-permeable is used. Now here is the example of osmosis. Remove the cell of egg by dissolving it dilute hydrochloric acid, and the cell is mostly made by the calcium carbonate. Now what we do after removing the cell, means decelled egg we will use and we pour into the water, distilled water, and second egg we will dip into the high concentration solution. It may be sugar solution or it may be salt solution, and leave it for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, what do we observe? We observe the egg swell in this water because water passes into the egg by the osmosis. Means water is moved inside of the egg, and this is called osmosis. Same, we will put the egg into the concentrated solution, and after a time we will see that what's happened. The egg shrinks. Why? Because water passes out of the egg solution into the salt solution, because the salt solution is more concentration. This solution is more concentrate, and this is in egg side. Here concentration is more, and in this diagram concentration is more in the solution. That's why egg is shrink here, because molecules move to higher concentration, and here molecules also use to higher concentration. Osmosis are two types. First is endoosmosis and second is exoosmosis. Endoosmosis means movement of solvent into cell. Movement of solvent into cell is called endoosmosis, and exoosmosis means movement of solvent outside of the cell is called exoosmosis. Here is the given example of raisins and grapes. When we put the raisins into water for some time and we observe that, we see that raisins are solid because here solvents are moved inside of the cell. Water is moved inside of the raisin cells. That's why raisins are solid. Here is just opposite. Here grapes are shrink. Why? Because movement of solvent. Solvents are in grapes and solvents are moved outside, means move into the water. That's why these grapes are shrinks. So we have two types of osmosis, endoosmosis and exoosmosis. The types of solution on the basis of concentration and its effects on cell we can understand by the help of plasmolysed RBC cells. Here we can see three types of solution. First is hypertonic, isotonic and hypotonic. This is the hypertonic and this is the hypotonic. Hypertonic solution means when the concentration of the solution outside of the cell, these are red colors are shows the cell and this is the outside of the cell. Black color is shows outside of the cells. So you can see here the concentration of the solution outside of the cell is more. Okay, concentration outside is more than the inside of the cell. Concentration is high outside of the cell related to inside of the cell. In the isotonic solution, the concentration of solution outside of the cell is equal to inside of the cell. Means both concentration are same. In here hypotonic, the concentration of solution outside of the cell is lesser. Means where is high, where is more concentration, inside is concentration is more than outside. So these three types of solution you can understand easily with this diagram. Exoosmosis, and here you also understand exoosmosis and endoosmosis. Exoosmosis here represent exoosmosis because here solution is moved from lower concentration to higher concentration. So both are come outside, that's why it's exoosmosis. And here the cells, the solvent are moved inside of the cell, so it is endoosmosis. Means solvents are moved inside of the cell. Here solvents are moved inside of the cell, so it is called endoosmosis. And here the solvents are moved outside, so it is called exoosmosis. Now I think you can understand these topics. So we will meet into the next lecture of this lesson. Okay, bye.